for ways cats boost your mental health. Have you ever looked at your cat stretched out in a sunbeam, eyes half closed in bliss, and thought, wow, you're living your best life while I'm over here, one missed email away from a breakdown? Yeah, me too. But what if I told you that your little fur-covered roommate eyes in tea, just silently judging your poor life choices? What if I told you they're actually doing something amazing for your brain? Today, we're diving into 4 surprising ways cats help improve your mental health. Yes, that's right. Behind those judgmental stares, chaotic 3 a.m., zoomies, and relentless demands for snacks, your cat might be secretly saving your sanity one purr at a time. Let us start with something every cat owner knows instinctively, but probably hasn't given much scientific thought to. That magical, rumbling purr. The one that kicks in just as you're finally ready to collapse on the couch after the worst day ever. You sit down, your cat hops into your lap like it's their royal throne, and suddenly, this soft motor starts up in their tiny chest. You can feel it vibrate through your hands, your legs, your whole soul, and before you know it, your shoulders unclench. Your breathing slows. The world feels softer somehow. This isn't just in your head. Studies have shown that a cat's purr vibrates at frequencies between 25 and 150 Hz, which are frequencies known to promote healing in humans. We're talking about lower stress hormones, reduced blood pressure, and even bone and tissue regeneration. That's right. Your cat is literally a walking, purring therapy device. FDA approval pending. Dr. Mittens, my own orange tabby, has mastered the art of purr therapy. He doesn't even wait for me to sit down anymore. The moment he senses my day has gone south, he launches himself onto my chest like a tiny, vibrating weighted blanket. I like to imagine he's thinking, relax, human, I've got this. Also, my food bowl is only half full, so you might want to get on that. It's impossible to stay in a bad mood when 12 pounds of purring fluff has declared himself your emotional support animal. Sure, 5 minutes later he might swipe at my hand for petting the wrong ear, but hey, therapy isn't perfect. And speaking of emotional support, let's talk about the quiet, underrated power of companionship. People love to joke that cats are cold and aloof, but any seasoned cat owner knows the truth. Cats may not greet you at the door with slobbery kisses like dogs, but they're masters of the subtle art of presence. They're the silent sentinels who curl up beside you during your Netflix binges, who follow you from room to room not because they need you, but because they choose to be near you. That choice means everything. On days when life feels overwhelming and the walls of your apartment seem to close in, a cat's companionship can be a lifeline. There's comfort in their routines, in the soft sound of paws patting across the floor, in the weight of a warm body pressing against your leg. Science backs this up too. Petting a cat releases oxytocin in the human brain, the same hormone that surges when you hug a loved one. It's the hormone of connection, of love, of belonging. No wonder so many people say their cats save them during tough times. I remember one particularly brutal winter when I was dealing with burnout so bad I could barely get out of bed. Dr. Mittens would climb onto the covers every morning, nudge my face with his cold little nose, and settle there with a heavy sigh. He didn't demand I get up. He didn't expect me to do anything. He just stayed. And somehow, that made all the difference. When someone, even a small, furry someone, chooses to be with you at your lowest, it reminds you that you're not as alone as you feel. But cats don't just offer emotional support. They also teach us something modern life seems designed to destroy: mindfulness. Have you ever watched a cat just exist? I mean, really watch them? The way they close their eyes and turn their face toward the sun like they reabsorbing pure joy. The way they stalk a dust mote as if it were the most important mission of their life. The way they stretch slowly, luxuriously, as though time itself has paused to let them savor the moment. We live in a world of endless notifications, back-to-back meetings, and constant mental chatter. But cats, Cats live entirely in the now. They don't stress about tomorrow's vet appointment or ruminate on the time they missed a jump and fell off the counter last week. They just are. And when you spend enough time with them, their zen-like vibe starts to rub off. One Saturday afternoon, I found myself lying on the floor next to Dr. Mittens, watching a speck of dust drift in the sunlight. For 20 whole minutes, we stayed like that, two creatures completely captivated by nothing. It was the first time in months my brain had stopped buzzing with to-do lists and regrets. And I realized something profound. Maybe mindfulness isn't about forcing your mind to be quiet. Maybe it's about letting a cat teach you how to pay attention to the little things. Finally, let's talk about the long game. The slow, subtle, but deeply powerful way cats can change our mental health over time. Studies have found that cat owners are less likely to suffer from depression and anxiety, and more likely to report feelings of happiness and purpose. It's not just the purrs, the cuddles, or the cute antic sits, the sense of responsibility, of routine, of being needed. Even on your darkest days, there's a tiny creature depending on you. And somehow, that's enough to get you out of bed, to pour kibble into a bowl, to keep going. Dr. Mittens isn't my therapist. He doesn't talk me through my problems or hand me a prescription. But in his own quiet way, he's saved me more times than I can count. He's been there through heartbreak, through loss, through moments when I felt like the world was falling apart. And every time, his presence reminded me that life, even at its messiest, is still worth showing up for. So, the next time someone tells you cats are selfish or aloof, smile and let them think that, because you know the truth. You know the way your cat's purr soothes the sharp edges of your mind. You know how their quiet companionship fills rooms that would otherwise feel empty. You know how their slow blinks say more than words ever could. Your cat may never speak your language, but in their own subtle, mysterious way, they're telling you something powerful. You're my human, and you're worth sticking around for. How has your cat helped your mental health? Do they make you laugh? Calm your nerves? Or maybe they've simply given you a reason to get out of bed on the tough days. Share your stories in the comments below. D'd love to hear how your tiny therapist in fur has saved your sanity. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the healing power of cats, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Because in a world that feels increasingly chaotic, we could all use a little more feline magic.